He's just pissed because you probably beat him.
I think it's like I beat him just in the video game. I think he has personal issues as well. Like he hates me as a person because he has nothing really, because I'm there's nothing that I've done or that I do that is like in any way.
Oh, by the way, I'm broadcasting this thing, so just bear in mind whatever you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, what you're talking about is fine, but I'm just heads up. Anyways, go on. He's just jealous and stuff.
I think that's the thing about everything, not just the video game, but as well, and that's why I like.
Yeah, people who say stuff like that have other issues, honestly.
Yeah, and it's like I've probably saved his ass.
I just woke up. You've saved his ass countless times.
Yeah, more than I can count on the two hands. So, the thing is, like, yeah. Some people, I mean, there's a difference between knowing how to play the game and because he plays the game like he's just going up, pushing forward, going up and dying all the time.
Yeah, like what I'm doing right now, which sucks.
Yeah, and I'm simply not dying because I'm playing
strategically.
Tactically.
Yeah,
strategically. And so it's not about camping, it's more about you don't run up straight to the fucking enemy and get killed all the time. That's just fucking
especially if you don't like have armor or whatever you need.
But everybody has to do it. Everybody has to push. If you don't help push, we're all gonna get killed. It's like, yeah, but why would you run full straight ahead to the fucking enemy and get killed all the time? It's like pushing, like placing yourself strategically and covering the team at all times. This is the way you play.
Oh, motherfuck! I'm sorry. I did exactly what you're talking about and got myself killed with the invis too.
Do you have Last of Us, by the way?
No, I don't. And I know I need to get it. No, I haven't. I heard you. I know the speech. I know the speech. I'm sorry. Just like we're playing Soul Harvest and Disposal, so it's a little bit clustered in here. And I haven't gotten the demon yet, so I'm kind of irritated.
Because that's otherwise something that I think I could enjoy getting into if I had someone who was so close.
Yeah. Fucking mines, man. It's like, I don't know, I'm playing terribly, and I broadcast this because I like playing Soul Harvest. I'm good at it, but apparently not right now. Oh! The fuck? This is bullshit. Thank God nobody's watching.
Who?
I said thank God nobody's watching, because this sucks. Like, I specifically broadcast Soul Harvest because, like, I'll get, like, 40 kills and that shit, and I'll just destroy everybody, but that's not happening right now, at all. And I just got glory killed in front of the invis, and that should have been mine. Thanks a lot. They're not killing my demon on my team. Like, whenever I don't have the demon and it's on, you know, our team, I'm like, hurry up and kill our demon so I can kill you and get it back. But no. Let's do a frag grenade.
You know what, Victoria?
What?
I should show you Last of Us.
Not right now. Maybe in a little bit. Because I'm in the middle of the game.
I know, I fucking know. I didn't mean right now. I didn't mean quick.
I didn't mean literally right now. Yeah, show me later, I guess. Because I'm gonna play like 1 or 2 more games, and then I gotta go finish cleaning up, and then. Why didn't I? Thanks, game. I mean, I should have been given that demon rune, and you just said no. I'm not gonna do that. I was right in front of it. It just fucked me over. That's nice. The team is losing. Wait, I think I changed this up with frags, didn't I? Oh no, I didn't. That would have been helpful. God damn. I'm like getting wrecked by retarded revenants too. It's pissing me off. Sorry. I can't do it. I'm the hottest noob you know. Everybody get the chainsaw. Cthulhu and its child. I think I'm gonna make some tea in a minute. Would you? Sorry, what now? What?
I had a super strange dream this night.
Yeah, what did you dream about? Tell me about it. Somebody told me last night they had a super strange dream too. There's been lots of dreams going on.
It was very visual. It was very visual. Like I can in detail describe what everything looked like. Usually you don't have those type of dreams.
So, go on.
Basically I was like the best way to
Yeah, I have those all the time. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I zoned out. I was responding to OP because he's a little troll. What now?
You know the Colosseum or whatever, this big ass
Yeah.
arena. It was sort of like that, but everything was very, very dark.
Mm-hmm.
And
So.
and they were like, yeah, and it was like a spiral down, like you know, like the hell cone or whatever, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And it was like complete freaking darkness. Like
Yeah.
a pit. And there were bugs as big as humans.
Uh-oh.
All around.
It sounds like Starship Troopers situation.
It was fucking weird.
Did you have to battle the bugs?
I did.
And you glory killed them.
No, I just basically just leaped out.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a sword for some reason. And I cut the bugs in half and I jumped off them.
Oh wow.
Like
That sounds pretty tight.
Yeah.
It's Law, say my name.
With me.
Which name?
It was like one of
Sorry.
probably Devil May Cry, but you know, like there was two guys with me. One who was like sort of, he looked very much like Virgil from Devil May Cry.
Uh-huh.
He was like, he had like everything dark. He had white hair. That's what I remember. Anna, so that's probably why I think he was like Virgil. And then there was another figure. It was like completely dark, like it was almost like a shadow.
Shit. Yeah.
Like super long nails.
Uh-huh.
They had like two white eyes.
Was it supposed to have, oh, okay.
I think they were like with me, like they were my buddies. They were with my side. And so I fell down, and the darkness or whatever felt like reached out like tentacles. Tentacles. And it's like, and then I fell down.
What the fuck? Oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm stuck in a group of fuckers.
But that was it. I don't remember anything more.
A lot of darkness and tentacles. You got, you know, sexually abused. You killed big bugs. Got it. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. This kind of sucks. A lot. This game I'm playing, because I'm outnumbered and it's about to end and I'm going to go negative and I have OP watching, being a little... Why is he watching anyways? Don't you have to be why aren't you working or something, man? And then you're talking about party invite. Can I invite O'Peak to the party?
Yeah.
Oh, you have no... He doesn't have a mic, but that's okay. We don't want to hear him talk anyway. It's better that way. Hold on, Peak. Let me just finish getting murdered at, and then I'll... Wait... I wonder why he doesn't have a mic. I thought I got a new one, but I guess not. Play ticket. No, I want to suggest a player. And I have to scroll all the way down to find his goddamn name, because it's like, oh, and he's posted offline, so I scroll all the way down in this long ass list of people that I don't even really know. Or don't. Pegasus, online over a month ago. I'm gonna start using that account, by the way. Oh, you finally changed your picture. Good for you. Alright, I just suggested a cyberbully.
Why?
Because that's what he calls his real name. Cyberbully. I asked him one time, I'm like, why did you say cyberbully? Because he thinks it's cool. The players you suggested are allowed. Yay!
This is so weird. I can't find a match.
What, are you still playing Rocket League?
No, I'm playing Last of Us.
Oh, you can't find The Last of Us. The remastered Last of Us? Yeah. I can't. I had to delete a game yesterday to fucking install this update. It's stupid. Peak, your microphone sounds like a fax machine. Stop. Yep, fax machine all the way. I think you're a robot. Sex robot, sex robot. I wonder if I get copyright for singing a song that's not by me. I think that's bullshit because, you know, there's the fair use, right? I know your mic is broken already. Stop trying to use it because it sounds like you're trying to send a fax and it's like beep. He sent me a message indicating his microphone's broken.
Cell phone too close to the speaker while someone's trying to send you.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a fax machine. It's like, or, you know, like, do you have in Sweden, like, the public broadcast, like, basically the TV or the radio, it'd be like, beep, beep, this is a test to make sure, in the event of a catastrophe, this shit works. Never mind.
No.
That might be an American thing.
We have these big ass
horns.
You know, whenever there's a what's it called?
Sirens.
Yeah, sirens. Like if some sort of
yeah, I know
you. They go off the first Monday of every month or whatever.
To test them or whatever, and make sure they still work.
Yeah.
Are they loud as shit, like tsunami warning type ones, or like beep beep beep?
Oh, there's like really loud, just
Yeah, we don't have any of those. We really should, you know, it's Washington, D.C. I don't know, maybe we do. I'm pretty sure we don't. Like, if we do, it's like not for everybody or something. I don't know, that doesn't make sense either. We really should have some more, especially since, you know, a plane crashed or maybe it was a missile, according to some conspiracy theorists. Whatever the case. You know, I shouldn't talk about this on broadcast, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm going to say it anyway. Yesterday I had a conversation with somebody about 9/11. And, you know, there's a lot of people who believe certain conspiracies and stuff, and I'm not saying I'm not saying that I'm not saying one thing or another. I'm just saying, like, look, they told us this, and, you know, that's about it. It was over 10 years ago. I haven't really studied the subject in a while, sorry. But anyways, I was told, among other things, because it'll start making me angry if I talk about it too much, that with regards to the Pentagon, that shit wasn't what I was told was there was not a plane. That was not a plane that hit the Pentagon. And then I asked the person, I said, are you telling me that shit, because what he had said was that shit didn't happen. And I said, whoa, time out, buddy. And the reason why is me and my roommate had just talked about it, like literally 20 minutes before I talked to him about it. And both of us have relatives that were on the bridge, the 14th Street Bridge, on the way to the Pentagon and saw it happen. So when he said to me, like, and he didn't know this, but he said, you know, like, that shit didn't happen. He was talking about, you know, the World Trade Centers, and I was like, yeah, he's basically saying it's not possible for a jet to, you know, crash that building into the ground. And, you know, I just didn't really, you know, it's, I don't want to get into that, but the point is that, but when he said the Pentagon didn't happen, I said, whoa, time out. I said, are you telling me that didn't happen? He said, yes. And I said, well, I'm sorry, but it did. And here's how I know it did. Because my mother was there. She saw it. My aunt was there. You know, my friend's mother was there. They saw it with their own eyes. Then he told me that, well, maybe, how do you know? He tried to make the argument, how do you know that they saw it? I'm like, are you telling me that they lied to me about it? Like, they didn't see it? Like, they were on the bridge. Like, I don't know what you know, and then he tried to say, well, maybe they thought they saw something, but it was something else. I'm like, so what are you suggesting? Are you suggesting that they don't know what they're talking about, or are you suggesting they saw something, they were mistaken about seeing a plane crash into it? What are you saying? And he said it was like a fucking missile or some shit. I don't remember what he said specifically, but not a plane, but something else. And I said, like what? You know, like, I don't know, some kind of specially crafted rocket, or I don't know. And then he started talking about, well, why, you know, think about it, why wouldn't they fly the plane into the, you know, center of the building? And I started, and I'm not going to go through it right now in this broadcast, but I started to explain the mechanics of the geography there, okay, or whatever. I said, look, you can't, you'd have to be, and he said, but pilots have said, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, look, you'd have to you'd have to be up, you know, way above that thing, and you'd have to nosedive directly down on it. That's just because it kind of sits in a bowl. Like I said, I don't feel like explaining the geography. It's just like it's not as easy as you think it is. Like, you can't just hit the center of that thing. The building's not really constructed that way. It's not a tall building. It's a fucking giant cupcake. I mean, anyway. The point is, and then after he, you know, continued to assert, like, you know, basically eyewitnesses don't know what they saw, and I'm like, yeah, you know, the people I know are crazy. They're blind. You know, they didn't see that plane hit that shit, you know, like about 1,000 meters in front of them. Nah, that didn't happen. And secondly, you know, he said, and I said, what about the people that died? You know, what about that? You know, people died, and he's like, we don't know who died. And then you know, it's kind of getting angrier, and I'm like, are you serious? There's people there that has, there's a monument dedicated to the people who fucking died. Are you telling me they didn't die and that didn't happen? Because that's kind of crazy. And then he tried to, I don't know what he said, you know, basically like, oh, well, how do we know who died? And I'm like, usually there's body parts and shit laying around. I mean, I don't know. I haven't looked into it lately, like, but, you know. And I said, I mean, and he said, well, there was no remains found from the plane. He said something about they didn't find the engine. And like I said, it's been over a decade. It's been a while. I haven't looked into this subject lately. But, I mean, I just kind of was like, so the first thing he was saying was, you're trying to tell me that shit just straight up didn't happen? You're out of your mind, because people were there and saw it. And he says, oh, there's only one shitty video, and there's lots of reasons why I think there's probably one shitty video. I'm like, yeah, because the Pentagon's probably not releasing whatever other footage. And guess what? It just so happens that where it was fucking hit is kind of in a weird zone in terms of coverage of city I don't even feel like explaining all of it. I go to this fucking city every goddamn day. Okay, I see it every day. I drive by the Pentagon every day. I know what I'm talking about. I don't need to explain it. And yeah, so it's like straight up didn't happen. I'm like, so the people who got killed, you know, they didn't really get killed, you know, that shit just was make-believe. Are you serious? But he said that it was like a rocket or some kind of, And I'm like, so what are you saying? Are you saying that, what's your point about all this anyways? Are you saying that somebody, somebody orchestrated all this, is a conspiracy basically, and then you're also bitching about, well, why didn't they do something intelligent, like hit the center of the building? And I'm like, well, I don't know, I guess they're dumbasses, A, if that's the case, and B, why, because then he started talking about the structural integrity of the building. I'm like, yeah, I know all about that. And he's like, it's how did they break through the second wall? And I'm just like, man, it's not rocket science. A fucking plane hit the fucking building, okay? But it's reinforced steel. And I'm like, I know that. And it's just like the World Trade Centers. A fucking jumbo jet went through it, but jet fuel can't burn steel, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, are you kidding me? What's a weird... Nobody has stress tested a building for a fucking 747 to slam into it. Are you kidding? Like, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but nobody can say that, yeah, for certain that these variables aren't possible. It's just not possible to hit for a building like that to fall. And it fell like an hour later, and I'm like, because there was burning bullshit.
Things like that, they have no, like, they sound like, the current sound like they're basically just spreading.
No, I think it's just, there are a lot of, I mean, in everyday life, we can look at a lot of... Okay, here's a stupid analogy. It's not a great analogy, but it kind of came up when I was talking to my roommate last night. It's like weird shit happens, okay, in nature. Like there's, when you're talking about explosions, chemicals, high-speed moving objects, like there's so many variables, right? Shit happens that you can't replicate in a lab, that you can't, explain. And weather is a great example of weird shit. Like, tornadoes, for example. Again, I'm admitting this is a bad analogy. But like a tornado will rip through a town or some section somewhere, and it'll take out 8, 9, 10 buildings, except for the one pretty house in the middle of the whole fucking destruction path. How the hell does that happen? And then 50 miles away, you'll find a cow in somebody's living room. Like, how does that happen? Well, statistically speaking, that's not possible. But it happened. Exactly. But it happened. How did that one pretty house there in the middle of all of God's destruction survive it and be completely unscathed, not a scratch on it? I don't fucking know. Weird shit happens. So when you talk about a jumbo jet fucking a fucking high-rise building and then it, eventually tumbling to the ground, doesn't sound really all that suspicious. It just doesn't. I mean, what do you expect? A giant fucking jet fucking hit the building. And it's a skyscraper basically, or maybe it is. I don't know if it's classified as that or was. But anyways, the point is that I think I was being told that somebody orchestrated this and it was detonated from the inside or some shit. I don't know. And I even said, well, even if that's true, I mean, okay, so why did they crash a plane into it?
Oh my god, that's just fucked up. Okay, hold on, that is just fucked up.
Rage time for you.
Oh my god, I got stuck on the fucking... Give me a fucking break, hold on.
Uh-oh, shit. Anyways, there's a lot of weird, unexplained things that happen with 9/11. I agree, but in life sometimes we make things more complicated than they really are. And you know what? I'm not totally saying that. Yeah, maybe somebody did orchestrate it. And I asked him. I said, well, then who? Are you suggesting our government? Because that's what it sounds like. He said maybe, or maybe a private corporation. I'm like, okay, well, whatever the case is, people are dead. And it was a terrible event, and if somebody did, if it wasn't the terrorists, the Middle East or whoever, then who done it? What is your point? Like, that justice hasn't been served? Why would they hit the World Trade Center? There's so many questions with it. And my point is this, is like, it happened, what we were told as we understand, and why accept an alternative theory anyways? Because they said the planes got hijacked. Again, I haven't researched the subject lately, so I can't even argue with, any other facts or evidence because I don't remember. I just know that as I understand it, planes were hijacked, and they were crashed into buildings. And in one case, in Pennsylvania, the people fought back and they crashed in a field, and they died. And it was a terrible thing, you know. And that's that. I mean, there's not really much else to say, you know, and if the government or some private organization secretly concocted this to cause a distraction or whatever the case is, all right, well, I don't think we'll ever figure out who the fuck did that, if it's some giant conspiracy. And if it was our government that did it, people seem to have this belief that our government is more organized than they think. Like, it's not. Okay, it really isn't. I mean, I work I'm going to just refrain from saying too much, but I'll just say the government is not as sneaky and coordinated as you fucking think. Believe me. It's kind of ridiculous, actually. When you're actually in D.C.
There's a fucking hacker here. I got fucking hit the wall twice.
Oh. Well, that happens to you all the time. You're always getting hit through the walls and your lag.
I swear to God, this guy.
Did you hear any of my conversation, Eric?
No.
Last night, I won't say names, but I was told that the Pentagon shit in 9/11 didn't happen. Straight up didn't happen. And that's when it first started with the whole, you know, how could a World Trade Center fall? And, you know, I entertained the conversation, but then the Pentagon thing came up and it was like, that shit didn't happen. I said, whoa, buddy, let's... It was basically a continuance of our discussion. And I wanted to go into your room and be like, dude, but I was like, no, he's just going to get too angry. Like, he'll get angry. I was like, I told him, I'm like, so, and then I said, so you're telling me...
Did you tell him we literally know people?
Yes, I said yes. I was like, my mother saw it. You know, I was like, multiple people that I know and my roommate know physically saw it. They were there. And he's like, maybe they weren't there. Or he said something like, you know, how do you know they were there? I'm like, are you kidding me? So they lied to me about where they were. And then
my brother, who has never told, like, I fucked him over millions of times, and I think subconsciously he knows it. He's never once, like, told...
Why would you make up, like, yeah, I was on my way to the Pentagon? Not.
It's like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna make up this story where, like, I was working for my job delivering legal papers, and we're all driving, and all of a sudden, all the traffic on Route 1 stopped. People got out of their cars like Independence Day. And like,
yeah, Independence Day style.
What the fuck just happened?
But my mom and my aunt were on the 14th Street Bridge, so they're right fucking there. And I said, so are you telling me that... And so, I mean, I guess he had to accept, or I don't know if he did, that, yeah, they were physically there, so unless you're telling me that they're so nuts that they weren't, or they're liars, that's kind of stupid. And then secondly, it's like, well, maybe they didn't, maybe they thought, I said they saw the shit happen. Maybe they thought.
By virtue of what you're saying, my brother on Route 1, like, just a little bit around Alexandria, your parents on 14th Street Bridge.
That covers both angles.
Yeah, two different angles.
Like, yeah, there's no, and that's what I said. And he says, well, maybe they thought they saw a plane. I think he's trying to make a case that was like some kind of missile or rocket or some other shit.
Dude, planes in that area are
that's what I
that's
what I explained. That's what I explained. He's like, why did it hit the side and blah blah blah. And I said, dude, Ronald Reagan Airport's right there. There are constantly airplanes, like literally, like just off the ground. I mean, that's. And I said, as far as hitting the epicenter of that bitch, you'd have to be way above it and nosedive.
And planes that big aren't.
Well, that's what he said. He's like, just drop it out of the sky. I'm like, it doesn't work that way.
It's called lift.
Yeah, I'm like, it doesn't work that way. They'd have to be like 10, 20,000 feet up and literally nosedive down to that shit.
World War I and fighter planes can do that because they're maneuverable.
Yeah, but that's what I said. A fucking
building.
But then he said, people said that it was like, you know, a little carrier, like it wasn't actually a jet, like it was much smaller.
Oh, Steve was like a fucking...
And I was like, nah, man, it was a fucking plane.
We live in this area. We see cargo planes. We see
little bullshit crop dusters.
We see
every kind of fucking...
Literally, fighter jets.
But he said that aviation, you know, people... And I'm like, and you know who I work for. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, no. I'm sorry, but no. Why is there only one shitty video? We already covered this.
Yeah.
I'm not getting back into that. You know, I'm like, dude, it just is what it is. I don't know how,
It's
like, to hit
to want to question everything you hear, but at a certain point you need to be like, clear.
Like, if I was the one doing that, I don't know, how would you couldn't hit the middle of that bitch if you wanted to. Like, you'd have to be some fucking...
From about 70, 80 miles away, you would have to start...
Yeah, you'd have to have that shit planned, like, a way in advance to do that. It's just not going to happen. Like, of course he hit the side of the building. Like, how did it penetrate 2 walls through? And I'm like, again, going back to just the dynamics of when shit blows up. You know, and then I said, and what about the people that died? Oh my God! And he's like, how do we know they died? And I'm like, are you serious?
Those asshole kids said when.
I'm like, are you serious? There's a memorial there. They have fucking names of people who. How do we know that? I'm like, are you out of your mind? Oh my God!
I personally don't know anyone, but I know my mom knows people. I know, and she works for DARPA.
I'm like, I'm pretty. Yeah, I mean, I don't personally know the dead, but I can say, I'm like, I don't think that's fake. There's a fucking monument, like, that's kind of fucked up to say that, actually.
And the whole thing is like, well, have you seen the graves? No, I haven't. But you know what? I haven't been to my father's grave and fucking...
Yeah, have you seen, do I know that my father's grave's really in there? I don't fucking know.
Like trying to
That's what they told me.
People's graves? No, not at all. I don't have that kind of time.
Yeah, well, how did they find them?
Where they're buried.
I don't either, you know. I don't know, because I haven't studied the subject lately.
I don't know where Michael Jackson's buried. I don't know.
Who gives a fuck?
Elvis is
Wait,
buried.
that was me.
And those are famous people who I give 2 shits about.
Well, probably, as far as burial, who cares where they're buried? I think he's also...
That's why we have memorials.
I think he was also trying to say, like, how do we know who died? And I'm like, well, I'm sure that we don't know everybody that died because they probably were incinerated. But he was trying to say,
brings that up, you should be like, yeah, and you know what? I've never seen any of those dirty Jew graves from World War II either.
I'm broadcasting. Be careful. Be careful what you say. I haven't seen any of those. I'm not going to repeat that.
That was a sarcastic
I know it was a sarcastic comment. But then he said, well, how do we, you know, like, he's trying to make some argument about, like, how do we know that, you know, why would the people be killed from then? And I'm like, okay, Mary Jane goes out to smoke a cigarette. She never returned back to duty. A plane just hit the building. Wonder what happened to Mary Jane? I think she got killed. You know, it's like, it's not rocket science. Put 2 and 2 together, even if they didn't find bodies or whatever happened. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't studied this lately. I'm not really, you know, interested in opening that can of worms again. I think some people want to make more out of something than it is, which is simply they crashed a fucking plane into the Pentagon. They didn't really, do that much damage, you know. I mean, honestly, they could have maximized.
It's the Pentagon, it's a fortress.
Exactly, it's a giant fortress. Well, that's what he was trying to say. Like, how did it penetrate 2 walls? I'm like, do you know how that thing's got?
Well, first of all, physics. You know,
yeah, I know.
Crash a giant object.
That's what I was just saying. I'm like, what do you expect, man? Like, you know, a fucking jumbo jet or whatever fucking hits that shit. I mean, but it's reinforced, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, and.
It's a kinetic impact.
And it's DC, you know, everybody thinks like these buildings. Now, sure, in the inner walls of the Pentagon, it's a fucking fortress. But, I mean, I was like, it's not surprising that
crashing a plane into a building that small,
that doesn't surprise me at all.
The kinetic energy alone would be massive.
Yeah.
I personally would think there would have been more damage.
Me too.
Because of the way it's built, you know, you have...
Well, yeah, they did build to like a fortress.
Sides, like,
you know.
It's a fucking fortress.
You know, I know, but like, I mean, I don't know. People just, I don't know why he's so into it. I'm like, man, that shit happened like 15 years ago. Are you done? Well, my point was like, what are you getting at anyways? Like, so maybe it is a conspiracy, and like, what do you want? Like, it happened, and people definitely died. And don't tell me it didn't happen, because people saw it that I know. And I'm sorry, I'll take their eyewitness account over whatever bullshit you're reading. But
yeah, my brother's saying, like, my brother basically talking about, like,
people were, and even if they didn't directly see it.
Without my brother's confirmation, like, it fucking happened. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I could probably pull up our local newspapers and read all the comments from the people that they interviewed that were on the bridge or anywhere in the vicinity.
Maybe it was aliens.
It
was fucking space aliens.
I offered options like that too. I said, you know what? I mean, you're absolutely right. All the governments conspired, or maybe it was Pfizer. You know, those assholes.
Werewolves.
Demonic werewolves. They're a problem.
Or FEMA.
Demonic werewolves working for FEMA. That is actually kind of plausible.
See,
you know?
Katrina was caused by FEMA using magic to summon demonic werewolves.
Oh
see?
shit!
And then
I didn't know that.
Back in time to cause 9/11.
They sent them back in time. So FEMA, responsible for Katrina, who had sent in demonic, they summoned magic werewolves, and then they sent them back in time, and they are responsible for the events on the date 9/11.
The question is, are they working with aliens or the Nazis living in the middle of the earth?
The Nazis living in the middle of the earth. I don't know, they could be. I mean, it's possible. Anything's possible. You know my argument on that.
You know what? At this point, you know what? You're right. You're fucking
anything's
right.
fucking. I mean, we gotta.
I could sprout right wings tomorrow, and I would.
And you could fucking start flying, man. I mean, you know, you just gotta start believing in it. Will, man, and shit. Anything's possible. It's all about what you perceive, you know. I have wings. I'm a unicorn.
Oh, and for future reference, the notion of perceiving reality to make it occur for yourself is a tenet of chaos magic.
Oh, really?
Which is
I thought you were going to say something medical, but
which is a
all right.
legitimate mystical study, and I say legitimate because
Wait.
Obviously it's nonsense, but
Wait, you're talking about when you self-delude yourself into believing shit that's not real?
One of the tenets of a sort of philosophical, like, I don't want to say theological because it's not really a religion, it's more of like a metaphysical thing, is basically like you can manifest reality around yourself by willing it to be so.
Oh, okay. Versus being just deluded and, like, you know, creating imaginary world in your head.
Like, think happy to be happy, but that on
like the guy in the
physical level.
Like the guy in the snowflakes?
Not exactly. That's more of another nonsense thing, the whole water.
So just for reference, for those of you listening, what we're talking about is it's this Japanese dude. Don't walk away. You're like, I forgot. I'm being broadcasted. But you're the one. I asked you. I texted you. I'm like, so what's with this Japanese mumbo jumbo? Is it bullshit or what? And you said, yep, just as I thought.
And really, at that point, it was American mumbo jumbo.
I didn't know what happened on it. So just for reference, everybody, some Japanese scientist came over to, or he wasn't even a scientist, was he? He was some kind of artsy-fartsy guy.
From a homeopathic institute in the United States.
So to repeat what he said, he had a doctorate from a bullshit college in the United States. In woo-woo magic and shit. And homeopathy.
The pictures are beautiful. I will say that.
He said the pictures are beautiful. But basically this Japanese dude came over, I guess, and then did some tests in a lab with water and claimed that the crystal structures of water, when flash frozen, displayed weird properties when he would do certain things, like say positive or negative words. Then the crystal structure of the water molecule would be weird or deformed or some unexplained shit. But according to what roommate looked up, because I don't have time to look into silly nonsense, he said that basically he didn't have a sound scientific method, he didn't have repeatable processes, and he was not disclosing all the results. In other words, he would say, good, and then, you know, this crystal water molecule would, I guess, look proper or not, or do something weird. But the thing is that out of 100 times of doing it, he only showed the results for the times that it did show abnormal crystal structure, which in my mind is like, well, it's not abnormal that abnormal things happen, especially, I don't know, it's stupid. It basically sounds like it was a photo shoot of pretty boys and snowflakes and stuff. But I really hate people who go around bullet. I don't even know what his point was. I think he was trying to say that, we can influence nature and energies.
His name was Masaru Itomo.
Masaru
Itomo.
You know I'm bad. Itomo. Masaru Itomo.
Yeah.
And all you haters out there, please leave your comments. It was real! I bet it was. Anyways, you can manipulate your world around you by, saying positive and negative things. And I'm not totally against that idea. I just,
You can probably manipulate people.
You can manipulate people.
And yourself.
Glowbacks, you're really nice. You're really nice. I really like you a lot. I think you're really cute. You too, O'Peak, you're just a beautiful person. And then all of a sudden you're in a better mood. That's weird.
No.
I mean, no, but this guy was trying to, and I'm not totally, me, I'm all into believing or wanting to believe all kinds of witchcraft and hoodoo, and my premise is that, there's so many things in the universe and in this world that we don't understand and blah, blah, blah. Therefore, the unexplained or other things, there's possibilities, but scientifically speaking, none have been proven. I mean, I wish they could make a Pegasus, though. I think that's what they should work on. Stop fucking around with other stuff. Make me a Pegasus. A real Pegasus, like a horse that has wings and it can fly. I mean, we can clone stuff and we do all this genetic testing. I mean, why can't they just make it happen? Maybe a unicorn or a Pegasus is a little much. I don't know. Then again, the government or somebody orchestrated 9/11, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, he threw a mine at me like a little bitch. Did you see that, O'Peak? What a dick. So, O'Peak, whose mic doesn't work, Glowbacks, he told me when I talked to him a few weeks ago, I'm like, so what do you think of this new Doom update? And he goes, I've put in the CD in my PlayStation, and I've seen what they've done to my KD, and I threw it at the wall and broke the disc. So he doesn't have Doom. He worked so hard, and I know he did. He worked so hard for it, and he's like, he just got pissed and he fucking broke the disc. So no more Doom for Peak.
I don't get people who are concerned about KD. I mean...
I don't get it. Because I just have awesome KD all the time.
No, but it's more like, isn't it more about, wanting to play, get interesting game footage or whatever?
Yeah, you like making montages and doing artsy stuff, which they are very good. Everybody should check out his YouTube montages. They are pretty fucking awesome. But, no, some people just like, playing the game and doing well. And, I mean, yeah, I'm concerned with my KD, not as much as some other people are. But if my KD is, really shitty, I mean, I'm going to be like, well, that sucks. I guess I suck. Still, they're obsessed. Oh, shit. Anyways, it's hard to talk about conspiracies and unicorns and shoot these people and have reasonable aim and accuracy. And I just woke up, so I'm just not very... kind of just jumping around, not sure what's going on. Oh, shit. So I wonder why you're not at work, OP, or you work in the night shift or what. You don't have to respond, it's okay. I don't really care, but I don't know why you're home right now. I'm so glad you changed your avatar picture, because that stupid blue celestial being that you had for a long time, I don't know what it comes from, was stupid. So I'm glad you changed it. It's not much better what you changed it to, but it's much better than that thing before. So we'll play Tekken in a little while, maybe a couple hours. I did practice a little bit the other night. It's over. Let's go eat, everybody. What? And besides, why are you at home? Why aren't you over at Maxwell's?
Well, fucking hell. Okay.
I'm almost dead. How did that happen? I don't know why. Uh-oh. We must stop them from the Gauss. I know. I gotta finish getting some stuff out. Oh, yeah. Would you take the undesirables? I'm gonna play like one more match and then I'll finish sprucing it up. All I gotta do is basically move a box of files out of there. Shit. Aww. Loo. Oh, somebody left a comment. Maybe they cared about my 9/11 talk.
Emoji thumbs up with
Uh-oh, the computer's talking. You know, like when I broadcast and I guess somebody leaves a comment, like the computer talks it to me, but I can never understand it. It's like, wah, 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 wah. So, I'll get to it in a minute. I probably shouldn't have actually talked about all that online, to tell you the truth. It's gonna bite me. It's gonna bite. What are you looking for? There's no more parrot. Yes, get the weapons out of here. Oh wait, hey, hang on. I have a gun case for that. Oh wait, I gotta be careful about what I'm talking about, man. Try to get a job later. They'd be like, "What the fuck?" Here, put it in here.
Case for this.
You know, it's convenient, is it not? I mean, you know, I usually keep that one in the pouch kind.
Let's say that raises the question: where's the one that's supposed to be in here?
That was the stole, yeah, which is in custody of Arlington County, city of, or it might be city of Alexandria, those shitheads. But it is in the evidence room. 'Cause, you know, I'm a sick ass motherfucker. So yeah, that one's in the evidence room. That's why there's no item in box. It's fine.
Did I remove the ashtray?
Did it? No, it's right there. But yeah, I guess it's full of stuff. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's fine. It's fine.
You said it's fine like 3 times.
I know. It's I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to see this comment that it said to me, and then everybody left, and alright, I think your bird nose has picked it over. There's nothing else going on. I'm gonna stop this here, like probably nowish. Oh, he already left. That sucks. Comments, good morning. Oh, no comments about you and your 9/11. Alright, last game, and then I'm gonna just make this all pretty. And then I'll have to go for a little bit, glow bags, because I gotta clean up some shit. Actually, you know what? Shit, I already loaded into a match and I can't get out of it now. Why do I get calls from numbers that are almost identical to my number? That's weird. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. Get rid of all these weapons.
Or are you
No, not right now, because I was actually trying to get out of this match I'm in, but it's not gonna happen because I'm actually cleaning up stuff right now. Because the AC unit guy is gonna be over here like in about 20 minutes. And I need to make this place like so that people can walk in here, because it's like kind of like an obstacle course.
Love it.
Why are people leaving comments but they're not? What? Oh, thanks for the good job. I'm tired. I'm playing trashy too. Whoa. I'm surprised that Aventadora Dash isn't trolling me, because she does all the time. Like, whenever she hears that I'm talking to you or something, like, she gets really pissed or something, I don't know. Like, last week, she was, I don't know, she was talking about Titus Dream and, like, how she thinks it's better that he flirt with, like, she said that I wasn't very good at flirting with you or some stupid shit. I don't need. I took a screenshot of it. It was funny. She's like, I like it when Titus flirt with Lava. You're not good flirting with glow bags or some shit. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, nah, Glowbacks loves me too. Everybody loves me. I love Glowbacks. Well, she's just obsessed with that idea, which I don't know why anybody cares. Even if it was true. It's like, and? So that's why I just basically say, I'm like, yep, we're in love with each other. Yep, you're right. Whatever you say.
Yeah, I think it's very strange. It would be great if she could actually speak English, because I think one of the big issues is she can't speak English properly. So she
and so it comes out especially weird. It's like, but yeah. I get the gist of what she's saying, which sounds like a 12-year-old, honestly.
Well, yeah, she sounds like she's weird overall, but it becomes even more weird because of the way she expresses it.
Well, I know, but even if she expressed it however she means to express it, unless we're totally misunderstanding, it sounds to me like she's just upset that I'm talking to you or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? One time she sent me a message and said that I was stealing all of her friends or some shit. I think this is what she said. So I guess like she felt like jealous or something that I stole the BFG, speaking of stealing. I think, yeah, I don't know. And I'm like, I'm not stealing anybody's friends. I don't care about friends. They friended me. I don't send friend requests.
Yeah, because friends is like something you...
I think, well, like, I looked at her profile one time, a long time ago, and she's got like 9,000 friends. Like, I don't have 9,000 friends. So I guess she just...
As if it's like, yeah, okay, but that's my friend, so you can't be friend with that person too.
Exactly,
like,
exactly. That's what she's saying, and it's just like...
You have, like, that's my friend, that's your friend. It's not like...
It's like, what's your... Yeah, and really the only common factor is this fucking game. And it's like, and... Like, what are you getting at? And it's kind of not fair, because you're, like, hogging friends, I guess. Not that I give a shit. I don't care if I have any friends on this goddamn thing. Sometimes I'll even make statements like, I'm going to delete everybody off my friends list. Fuck them, I don't care. I get irritated sometimes. I don't need to deal with this virtual life bullshit. And especially since I've been getting spam mail lately and stuff, I had to turn off all my settings, so that nobody's allowed to message me and like all this other crap. It's really annoying. Who is this Eld Glitch? This little bitch. Get out of here, Elder Glitch, whatever the fuck. I've really gotta go after this match. I gotta do some shit. Where is everybody. I don't like wasting BFG shots on one person, but loud motherfucker, but I don't really come on, that was retarded. That was retarded. Where is it? All the way over there. It's too far away. But nobody's there, awesome. Hooray! Hooray! Oh. Hey, get over here, little platformer. Where's my next lunch? I haven't had lunch. I need to eat. I need to eat. Come here. Normally I'd just be bull rushing around with this thing, but since there's so few players and stuff, I'm just walking around invisible looking for my lunch. There we go. Lunch. Yum. More lunch. More lunch. The demon is hungry. It needs food. It's tired. It doesn't want to run around looking for you. No, you're not going to get the BFG. This is my BFG. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm being a dick. Uh-oh, I'm going to get sniped. We're both going to get sniped, dude. Oh, shit. I was like meleeing the guy on the BFG, and then we started taunting each other, and then I saw a red laser, and then we got fired the fuck up on that ritual stand where you get the fire. Now that elder bitch has the fucking gun. Sucks. And I got killed by it. Cool.
You got 30 minutes.
I know that. This is my last match. It's over in less than 1 minute. You now have T-minus 30 minutes before your local AC repair Jekyll Brothers show up. Oh, what a shame. Ritual. I'm too tired to run around. Oh, I saw a laser. Where'd it come from? Where did it come from? Oh, he killed me. Fuck. I suck. I'm actually gonna play one more and then actually leave. 'Cause I'm a liar. I'm sexy and I know it. Oh, I'm garbage. Oh, Empyrean. I gotta play Empyrean, and then I gotta go. And then I gotta go.